Hey up YouTube, I'm Eric. Thanks for clicking on the video. So today is Choerry Day. Happy birthday, Choerry. Wishing you health, happiness, and success with all your future endeavors. Now, some of you might actually know this, but Choerry's Love Cherry Emotion was how I first discovered LOONA. Basically, I got recommended a video that was like best girl group songs or something like that, and Love Cherry Emotion was on it, and they played the chorus. And yeah, so Choerry definitely has a very special place in my heart, and what better way to honor her on this channel than by dedicating an entire video of the Loonaverse from her perspective. Now if you do end up liking the video, please do leave a like. It really does help support the channel and makes it easier for others to find too. That being said, if you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. I know a large percentage of you are not subbed yet and you've seen at least 2 videos of mine, so why not just sub and get notified every time I upload a new video. Makes it that much easier and it's free. Now, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about today is going to be from my Odd Eye Circle episode of Tales in the Loonaverse, but this is also going to be including some of my updated theories as well. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's talk about Choerry in the Loonaverse. Choerry's story in the Loonaverse begins in the Sweet Crazy Love music video in an underground parking lot, dancing to a very good song. As she leaves, she feels a slight irritation in her right eye. She heads up the staircase, but stops at the landing and senses something reaching out to her through the wall. She tries to reach back through the wall to no avail, then eventually makes her way up to the hallway of the building of the underground parking lot. The sensation in her eye is so foreign to her, making her feel nauseous now, barely holding herself up against the wall, and eventually sits down to rest. She eventually makes her way out of the building and into a car to take her home and tries to rest. While driving through the streets, Choerry's still asleep, the car passes a girl on the side of the road. Choerry slowly wakes up to a very strong force almost pulling her toward this girl that the car just passed. Eventually, the car is far enough away from this girl to not have a real pulling force, and Choerry is left wondering what that sudden force was. Choerry's Odd Eye. Choerry, on her way to her friend's house from school, walks to a beach where she looks out to sea, smiling at how lovely the world is. She walks to her friend's house where her good friends Hasa and Yojin are. Choerry sees Hasa through the window and uses a mirror to reflect light at Hasa to get her attention. She waves and enters the house, drops her backpack, and jumps onto the bed to greet her friends. The three notice that Choerry is still in her school uniform and decide that she needs to change. The three together pick out a matching outfit for Choerry, and she quickly changes clothes. Being the summertime, the three decide that the perfect thing to do in the summer is to swim in the pool, which they do. But while they're swimming, Jinsol, using her new Odd Eye powers, teleports into the house and sets a slice of cake with a very special cherry on top on the bed for Choerry. After a quick dip in the pool, Hasa, Yojin, and Choerry come back inside and start eating snacks and playing games. While playing games, Choerry notices the cake with the cherry on top. She goes to it, takes the cherry, and eats it, and passes out. As she wakes up, it's apparent that she's no longer at her friend's house. Confused, she looks around the room, but something is reflecting light into her eyes from outside. She looks outside and sees a figure holding a mirror reflecting light. Choerry doesn't know this, but it was Kinlip in the distance reflecting light at her with a mirror, while Jinsol watches from a nearby window. Choerry, curious about who is reflecting light at her, leaves the building and chases after this figure. She eventually winds up in a field with 12 mirrors scattered around the ground. She looks into all of them, only seeing her reflection. But one was different. The Choerry on the other side of this mirror didn't seem to be mirroring her, but instead held out a cherry, suggesting Choerry should catch it. And Choerry is very surprised to see this. The mirrored Choerry drops the cherry but goes through the mirror, and Choerry catches the cherry and she again eats it and passes out. While passed out, she changes. The person in the mirror and Choerry merge and she wakes up, but now finds herself in the same field, but now the green grass and the green trees are purple, as if all the colors have been inverted. And the ceilings are a little low. Confused, she starts running, but stops, looks at the sky, and smiles at how beautiful it all is. The sky, the clouds, They're all purple. There are 3 moons. 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 purple. She turns around and finds 2 other girls right behind her. And they introduce themselves as Kimlip and Jinsol. They tell Choerry that the world is in danger. An extinction level event is imminent. And to stop it, they have to create a moon. But not just any moon, a new moon. One that was filled with color. But to begin this process, they needed 9 other special girls to help run when the moon was at its fullest. Choerry's surprised to hear about this, but the new force inside her knows how true the words of the others are, and she agrees to help. They called themselves the members of Odd Eye Circle, and now the 3 girls stand at the front lines in defense to save the world under their new slogan, Girlfront. The Starlit Apple. Out in the desert, the girls of Odd Eye Circle prepare their plan. While exploring the area around the Odd Eye Circle trailer, Choerry finds a map that was folded into a paper airplane. She calls to the girls saying that she's found something, and Jinsol teleports back to the trailer, and Kimlip walks over. The 3 take the map into the trailer to plan out some of the details. To get a better understanding of the map and the layout of the city, they move the trailer into the city. They plan how they're going to do everything. How they're going to rally the other girls, marking specific places where the other girls could be when the day comes, and mark a spot on the map where the 3 of them would meet when the world was saved. After finishing the planning for the day, Kimlip and Jinsol fall asleep in the trailer. Choerry, still awake, notices someone lurking outside the trailer, but doesn't tell anyone about it. As night approaches, Kimlip and Jinsol leave together and Choerry goes home by herself. On her way, she feels an uneasiness in the tunnel and stops and sits off to the side. Night rapidly approaches and Choerry is left alone in the tunnel. But suddenly, her mirror drops next to her, already opened. She looks into it, sees someone walking up behind her. She gets up and sees a person walking towards her with an apple. She says her name is Eve, and she knows about the Odd Eye girls. She tells Choerry that she needs her help to help one of her friends, Gohan, and Eden to escape. Eve goes on by saying that Choerry needs to give Gohan her apple because when Eve returns to Eden, she would be searched to be sure she wasn't bringing anything from the outside world in. Choerry, understanding the situation, agrees, and Eve gives Choerry the apple and wanders back into the night, returning to Eden. After a while about thinking when was the right time to go to Eden, she does it. Choerry, sticking to her words, uses her new Odd Eye powers to teleport into Eden with an Eden disguise on the ceiling, imitating a bat. She sees that Gohan is nearby and drops the apple off for her, and as fast as she teleports in, she teleports out to prepare for when the Odd Eye girls execute their plan. Girlfront prep. Not really needing their trailer anymore, the Odd Eye Circle girls move their trailer back to the desert. Before starting the run, Choerry takes the map and goes on this scouting mission to mark a place where Hyunjin might be when the moon was near its fullest, when it encounters another Choerry, and she chases it, but finds no one. Choerry returns to the trailer where Kimlip and Jinsol were waiting for her and prepare to go into the city in the yellow truck. But right before they leave, Choerry takes the map and folds it into a paper airplane and sends it off, letting it ride the winds, eventually landing in a very familiar place. As they get into the city, Jinsol and Kimlip split off from Choerry and go into a riverbed to quickly check their powers. Choerry goes off and waits for Kimlip at a shipping dock, and Kimlip, now finished, goes to meet with Choerry. Rallying the girls. Kimlip and Choerry meet at a shipping dock where they're prepared to rally all 12 girls to run when the moon was at its fullest. For a brief moment they run alongside each other and eventually split off to find their girls. Choerry runs and finds Hyunjin looking to the sky on a bridge and runs to give her a high five. But suddenly she tells Hyunjin that she senses a girl lost alone in a dark forest. And to save her, she has to sing a special spell, a sonatine. And Hyunjin does so. But something now calls to Choerry to go back between worlds, and she briefly teleports away between worlds. The Wolf Between Worlds. All the girls of Odd Eye Circle wait in between worlds, when suddenly a girl they know as Olivia Hay appears before them. Olivia Hay tells them that all she wants is to be with the YY members, now that she has more love than anger inside her. The girls of Odd Eye Circle can sense how much Olivia Hay has gone through, and agrees to teleport close to them, but on the condition that when she meets with the members of YY, she must run with them when the moon is at its fullest to help start the construction of the new moon. Olivia Hay agrees and is then teleported back into the dark forest but closer to where the other members of YY were. The run. Continuing with their plan, Jinso and Kinlip leave and Choerry teleports back to Hyunjin. They wait for the moon to be at its fullest, and as fast as they could, all Loonas around the world run, starting the moon's transformation. Choerry and Hyunjin. Celebrating the new moon, Choerry and Hyunjin hug and watch together as the moon sheds its old self in preparation for its new self, sending fragments of the moon falling towards Earth. As they hug, both of them feel a part of them change. They have now become half of each other. This new connection between Choerry and Hyunjin continues as the moon begins to take on its new form. Choerry goes back between worlds while the world burns from all the falling meteors, but still has the remnants of Hyunjin within her.
Much later.
The new moon finally cooled, and now like still in color, the girls of Outer Circle finally come to where they marked on the map where they would meet once the world was saved. Choerry and Kinlip were already there waiting for Jinso to appear, and Jinso teleports to where her friends of Outer Circle are, turning to see them, tired but still smiling, happy to see all of them again. The three come together, holding each other's hands, relieved it's finally over, only releasing each other to admire what they've done. They did it. They created a new moon. They got all 12 girls to run. They saved the world. And so ends the story of the Loonaverse. With all that said, there's only one thing left to do.
Happy birthday, Choerry!
But of course, this is just my interpretation of what's happening in the Loonaverse so far with Choerry for Choerry's birthday. Definitely leave your birthday wishes for Choerry in the comments, but yeah, that's all I have here for today. If you liked the video, please do leave a like. It really does help support the channel and allows other theorists to find the video too. If you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, happy birthday to Choerry. Wishing you health, happiness, and success with all your future endeavors. And everyone that's watched the video, go watch Choerry's Love Sharing Emotion video at least 8 times today. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.